Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hi, Bobby. How are you? Oh no, the thing is not working. The thing is not working. It like stopped. Oh, look at that. Try again. Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
wow. The human is back and yelling hello at the universe again. Hi, potato no. Fine your setup, however, is doing that dies after a while thing again, huh? Unsolicited advice. Check your logs plus memory usage. Stuff that just stops is usually a crash, a timeout, or a watchdog nap. Also, yes, update the model because right now it's treating your face like an optional feature.
Okay. Yeah, my intro video didn't run. I was so busy getting other things ready. It just like sits here. I don't know what's going on with you. Let's see if I can do it again. Let's see if I can do it again. Play. Nope. Huh. Weird. All right, well, that's a problem for another time. That's a problem for another time. Man, I'm full of problems today. I, was supposed to get on earlier today, and we had a really good conversation, and then we had a meeting that was something that happens sometimes. Is you have a meeting where you get a no, you ask somebody for something and you get a no, and then no, you went in trying to get a yes, but you got a no, and that's bad. But sometimes the no is actually better than the yes. And this was one of those times. We got a no, kind of a no. It wasn't really a no. They actually were like, maybe. If this and that. But the no really just taught us a lot. I think we had to like reframe our thinking a bit. And it's something that has been percolating in my mind and percolating in my co-founders' minds. This whole concept of sort of being kind of more of like an anti-flock and really honing in on and focusing on safety without surveillance. How can we use cameras to make people safe without focusing on catching a bad guy and really focusing on making sure people are getting help when they need help? And that sort of has always resonated with me. This company has always been sort of about trying to show that cameras aren't necessarily, bad. Cameras that can't be evil. Cameras that are, they're just sensors. They're just another kind of sensor. They don't necessarily have to be a part of a surveillance state. You can do things with them, really valuable things, without making people's lives worse. They can just make people's lives better if you do it right. And that's what we're focused on. And so we're really starting to like rethink how to frame what we're doing and reframe what we're doing with that in mind. And that's been really good. And I actually had something different planned for today. I was going to work on some other stuff, but now I'm going to focus on a piece that kind of dovetails with that whole concept, which is creating a synthesized view of our data. So if you extract the data, we can see the emotions, we can see the pose, we can see where someone's looking, we can see all this data about them without actually seeing, identifying pieces. The recognition of their face, the demographics of that person, to a tight degree. All of those things. We just take that data and then we can synthesize that data, create a representation that is just the data we extracted, throw away the video, and now we have like this virtual version of the space. We have a virtual version of the fans being excited or not being excited. And there's no possible way to know who they are. And there's actually really interesting concepts behind this. Like, if you already have a VMS, like a DVR for your camera system at your facility, you have to retain stuff for some period of time. And you're either doing one of two things with that data. in situ, like while it's being recorded. Either a person is looking at it, or maybe a model's looking at it, but if the model's looking at it, the model's looking for what's a person where they're not supposed to be, a person that's not wearing their safety gear, you know, what, not like why, or not like how. So either the person's looking at it, or it's just being recorded and you use it post problem. You come back to it post problem. What we'll be able to do is watch for a problem without looking for a bad guy, without even potentially knowing what's wrong. We just know that people are reacting in a way that suggests that there may be a problem here. And the problem may even be off camera. We're making your cameras sort of bigger without having to install new cameras. We're making your cameras more effective. And then we take that data, we synthesize it, and then you only have to retain it for like, I don't know, 7 days, whatever. And then we'll store the sort of other data, the data about what was happening, for much longer. It's much smaller. And again, there's no identifying pieces in that data at all. So I think that's potentially kind of exciting. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. First, we're gonna do Rose, Thorn, Bud. We do have some thorns today. We do have some thorns that actually just happened after the call I just had and the meeting I had after that. It's been a busy day already. So let me see if this works first. Ah, yes, it does. So Rose. Good nose. Not like my nose. My nose is being bad. I'm very stuffy. I think actually I'm gonna undo. Wait, let me step up, back. Good, no, like that. I think the thorn today is I can't get into super details here, but I just found out some pretty disturbing news about something my child did. That's something that was very important for him not to do those things. And so now, after we do this, we're going to have a very difficult conversation. So, you know, kids stuff. Kids, you know what I'm going to say? You know, not kid stuff. Parent stuff. I mean, Angela's very upset. It's not good. It's very not good. So, anyway, let's move on. Buds. I'm kind of curious what I can do already with the data we already have. You know, with the synthetic data, I really think we're going to need to extract a lot more to do it right. We do have pose. We don't get pose for everyone. And the pose does give us some face stuff, like, you know, probably figure out where they're looking from that. But we're going to need real, like, I can more or less track where you're looking. And I'm going to have to do some, like, I can't tell where this person's looking, but almost everyone's looking this way, so they are too. That kind of stuff. But I'm excited about seeing what we can do with synthetic data with our data today. So synthetic output testing. Test. There's our Rose, Thorn, Bud. Again, I need to be able to like send this somewhere, but I haven't set that up yet. Do it some other time. We'll just do that for now. All right. Whoops. Oh man, I got a mess going. All right, let's get started. Put this over here. All right. So what my plan is, you know, I was thinking about this in the last, like, I don't know, 15 seconds, 30 seconds or so between the things that have been, all the things that have been happening. And what I want to do is we already have some outputs with pose in them, pose in it coming out of our pipeline. So I need to figure out, I think what I'm going to do, let's start with seeing what we have in our dev web environment. I think, and if we don't have it there yet, we can get it there, right? I mean, I do have all this like other housekeeping stuff I can do. Like, here's something that's embarrassing. Let me show you something that's embarrassing. There's these two buttons, get started and contact us. The links are backwards. If you click get started, it opens your email. And if you click contact us, it goes to the sign-in page. There's a lot of little stuff like that that needs to get fixed. Embarrassing. All right. So we're going to go in here and we're going to go over here to this one, right? And we're going to go to one of our classic, you know, our basically our classic test, the Coke test. And what we're going to do now is I want to actually just go and see what is the current state of the expressions data that we already have extracted for this video. Is there enough there for us to start to do this work with this existing data? Or do I need to like deploy the latest version of the pipeline and model and rerun this before we start to get into this? So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna actually go to the network tab. I'm gonna hit reload here. It's gonna redo this thing. Hit play. And so there's also some other wonkiness, like this isn't highlighted. Like, oh man, get it together. You know, get it together. Okay, here's the expressions file. Here's the first expressions file. This is a 3-minute video, so there's going to be 3 of these. We do 1-minute chunks on all this stuff. So now, I'm going to take this guy. Hey, you know what? I can just see the response. There it is. Okay. Response has been truncated. Fine. That's fine. All right, so what we have in here, we've got the header. So this is pretty new. We didn't have this header stuff in a pretty recent version. And what I need to see in here is, do we have some poses? And I'm probably going to have to take some BRBs today. More BRBs. I take a lot of them. I'm going to take more today for 2 reasons. One, probably going to have to take BRBs to go blow my nose because of this stupid cold that won't go away. And I don't want to do that on stream. And you don't want me to do that on stream. That's gross. And the other one is, you know what? Why am I doing it this way? Let's just go and take this URL. Copy the URL. Fine. And the other thing is I want to go check on things upstairs. Okay. And then grep-i pose. Oh. There's no pose in here at all. I think. Pretty sure it would say pose. So I think we need to yeah, I mean, I've got stuff in so many different places. I can't even keep track of where I've got everything now. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and find all the places where I have this repo checked out. That's a lot of places, because I've been doing a lot of stuff in parallel. We're gonna check get status on all those, make sure everything is committed and merged, and then we're gonna deploy whatever the latest is to the production environment. We're gonna rerun this, and then we're gonna get the outputs. Okay, how does that sound? Good, very good. Can we agree to that? Oh, I should put that in the thing, in the movie clips. You know, from which Wes Anderson movie is that? The one with the train. That's a good one. All right, so workspaces, model improvement, video expression standalone, get status. That is all good. All right, very good. I think what I will find is there is some uncommitted stuff on a different machine. Git status. Okay, very good. I think it's going to be on Harpoon. Oh, man. Come on, bro. No. No, sir. Aren't you supposed to do this? Didn't I set it up to do this automatically when I start? Okay, you know what? I'm not going to fix that now. Okay.
How about a joke?
Yes.
I tried to
please,
set my
whatever.
life to run automatically, but it kept popping up permission denied. Motivation. So now I do everything manually like a caveman with Git. Unsolicited advice. If it's supposed to start automatically, it never ISAD logs or it didn't happen.
I don't know what happened to the TTS, but it is like so off kilter now. You know, like the model wants to add things like M dashes. The TTS reads it as like some crazy like ISAD. And then like the whole thing gets such a jumble. Oh, it's such a mess now. I don't know what happened. We need to have a stream for that. Definitely need to have a stream for that soon. All right, so now we can harpoon. All right, and then again we have workspaces here. This is where I'm doing my automated stuff. And I think it's actually in here. But this is all real-time stuff. This is all real-time stuff here. I mean, I can add this in because I don't think we've changed much. I don't know. Oh, it's on a branch too. I mean, it should be committed, but let me commit it now. Real time with web sockets. Good enough. Get push or no push origin. What is it? X? Yes. Listen, man. Okay, very good. But that's in a branch. I don't think we're ready for that branch to merge in yet. And that's not where the post stuff is anyway. So let's go in here. We did some model improvement here. I think this is actually really old, this model improvement. I got a big mess going, to be honest. Video expression stone, get status. Yeah, all right. Alrighty, and then the only other place we could have stuff is in here. Oh, YOLO post, branch X001 YOLO post. So this is where the post stuff is. And I believe this stuff is ready to be merged. And I think this is pushed. I really got to do a better job of housekeeping. You know, I have been a manager of software teams for so long that my hygiene on like team software building stuff is real bad. I know what's supposed to happen. I just don't do any of it because it's not like sort of muscle memory. And what ends up happening is, you know, I start a company, I build a lot of stuff myself. I don't need any of that hygiene. We get a couple people on, have to get back into the hygiene, and then the team grows enough so that I got to go back into manager only mode, and then I don't need it anymore. So I've never gotten like good at that stuff. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't do it right. All right. Now we're gonna go to bit. I mean, the last time I worked on a team and I think we were using Perforce for source control. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this is real time. Oh no, this is real time. I don't want to merge real time. let's look at YOLO pose. Yeah, that had a push. Is this merged? Well, okay. Oh, this is, okay. 1 commit ahead and 6 behind. All right. So what needs to happen then is we need to get, get status, right? Let's just make sure. Okay, get fetch, right? Okay, now we can get merge main, right? No, get pull origin main. Okay, there we go. All right. I want no rebase. Merge of main into a YOLO pose. Yes. No conflicts, right? Cool. Get push origin. Okay, so now that is both, right? So now I'm going to reload this and it's going to say, yes, now you can pull request this. So now I'm going to pull request this into main, able to be merged. Oh, there's nothing in here to merge. 2 changed files. It's just some text. All right. Let's merge it and then delete it. Merge it. Merge it. I'm not going to delete it yet. Get checkout main. Get full origin main. Okay, there we go. Now, we've got source detect pose. Okay. 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 Now, venv Python pipeline -h. Frames, tile, detect people, crop people, detect faces, detect pose, crop faces, emotions. And this needs to change. I was talking to one of my contractors, and what needs to happen now is we're going to have frames, detect people, crop people, detect faces, crop faces, and then we're going to have heuristics, right? And then we're going to have neighbor removal using segmentation. And then we're going to have estimate pose and emotions. I need to rename all these. These are all like too generic. This thing's getting more and more complicated, but that's good. It's good, it's good, it's good. All right, very good. So now we need to go on to Magic Missile. Okay, get status here. This has just got a metadata JSON file. That's fine. It's not even tracked. All right, so now we can get pull origin main. Okay. And let's check the config. I'm just gonna do this for VI for now. Tile enabled true. Detection enabled true. Faces, crop, emotions, yes. I need to make sure that's the latest model. I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Pose enabled false. That is why we didn't get any pose. So we're gonna go pose enable true. True. All right. Very good. What I need is, oh, I was supposed to send him. Oh, right, I was supposed to send him this. I need I need a good way to have my model published somewhere internally, and I don't want to like set up a whole Hugging Face thing. I don't want to put it in source control, and it's a pain in the neck to use my storage array, so I gotta figure this out. But all right, so let's just check this versus you go here, you go here, you go here, you go here, you go nope, you go here. These are totally different. Motion model images best. This is way bigger. Makes images is a big one. Oh no, 287. Oh. There we go. All right, 829. This is. Oh, well, this isn't a good representation. Well, let's look at the dates. No, you know what? Let's just. I know this is the right one. So. Oh, current winner. Look at that. Is that the current winner? I don't think so, actually. I think I did that. I gotta do a better job of keeping track of stuff, dude. Oh my god. There we go. This is the current. Okay. Aha. That is okay. So now I'm gonna say SCP. This is why this needs to be automated. It needs to always be the best. Needs to be in a well-known location. And when I start up my pipeline, it should pull down the best. You know. Source by video expressions standalone models dot. Haha. All right, so now. Nope, dude, come on, dude. All right. Very good. And I said I would give him a copy of this. I need to make sure I do that. How am I going to do that before I forget? I'm gonna have to come back to it. I need to come back to that. All right. So now this is here, right? Very good. Very good. All right. So now what we're gonna do? Video job service, right? I'm gonna source vnv bin activate python m service.service create job, right? And then we're gonna measure expressions local. Right? Video by video Coke. I think this is what I need. No. Not video. Hierarchy by video Coke. Yes, that's correct. Why is it so slow? That shop log service error. Okay. Okay. It's running. All right, while that's running, I'm gonna take my first break. All right, be right back.
There's something very fascinating about timekeeping contraptions. I've made quite a few myself, but I have to admit I have great trouble making them very reliable. And when I actually need to know the time, I look for the nearest quartz watch. It's easy to forget just how clever these little things are, particularly because you hardly ever need to do anything to them. And they're so accurate, they rarely need setting. So in this program, Rex and I are going to rescue them from obscurity and look at their history and how they work. The earliest timekeeping device was simply a stick in the ground. The ancient Egyptians measured the angles of the shadows it cast, and the Greeks measured their length. This may seem rather crude, but people didn't usually need to know the time very accurately. It was usually quite good enough just to have some idea how much daylight was left. And the stick does have the enormous advantage, like the quartz watch in fact, that it never needs setting. The Greeks and Romans also had water clocks, but these were mostly just bowls with a hole in.
Clock started.
They were used as timers for rationing irrigation water.
That's it. Time's up.
Oh, that's right. My campus is hardly dampus.
They were also used in the courts for timing the speeches. Unscrupulous senators are said to have gone to great lengths to make their opponents thirsty to shorten the speeches.
Et in ordine quisque agua. Oh!
The first people to attach any great importance to accurate timekeeping were the medieval monks. They had up to 9 services a day, and it was considered vital to hold them at precisely regular intervals. At first, these intervals were set by water clocks, but at some point in the late 13th century, the first mechanical clocks appeared. Initially, they didn't bother with dials. The important part was the bell.
I'm back. If you guys have never seen that show, it's a very old show. The Secret Life of Machines is a fantastic show.
Wow, that's fantastic, Pee-wee.
Thanks!
I wish they'd reboot it. It'd be such a good reboot. All right. So we did that. We did that. Okay. So, ba-ba-da-ba. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to this. We're gonna go back to our inspection of this and the network monitor and the URL of this thing. And we're going to, let me just open a new one. Curl this. Grab -I pose. Haha! Many poses. Very good. Now, what's the right way to do this? Do we do this in browser? As like some client-side stuff? Let's ask our friend about it. What do they think? What do you know, bud? What you think, dude? All right, we're gonna go to Where did I last work on this? I think it was on here, right? Dude, I gotta... No, not here. Here? Is it you? I think it was, actually. No, I know, I remember. Oh, that's me. Oh, this is the right one. All right. So I'm going to open up this one. All right. And we're going to go over here. Put in plan mode. Okay. I want to have a high-level discussion around options for synthesizing the outputs of this pipeline. Expressions or emotions plus pose. Sometimes pose. Into a digital twin representation. That is, I want to create virtual versions of each of the people we measure. What would be the lowest hanging fruit way to do this? I could do something in the browser. Line code. You could start a separate project and output. I don't know. Something that the browser could pull in. What are our options? It's interesting how it does all this work with sed to like rewrite the code into something that it can digest more easily. All right. Hey, I'm not done reading. Well, this is annoying. No, I want... Can we exist? Can we research what? JS compatible meshes when shapes exist. I was gonna say this and this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on, I gotta be right back again. Two problems. Be right back.
This week on the Computer Chronicles, the hottest new computer games. Think you could have prosecuted OJ better than Marsha and Chris? Now you can be the prosecutor in a great new game called In the First Degree. Did you like Back to the Future? Did you watch Quantum Leap? Do time travel with a terrific new game from Sanctuary Woods called Buried in Time. If you like robot battle games, we'll show you the coolest one of them all, Mech Warrior 2. Plus, Sierra Online's Roberta Williams joins us for a look at her great new game, Phantasmagoria. A preview of new Windows 95 games, Finding Gamers on the Imagination Network, plus my pick of the week looks at PlayStation versus Saturn. All this plus gaming on the net, this week's news, next on the Computer Chronicles.
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by Hewlett-Packard Personal Computers, developing PCs for business. Additional funding from the Software Publishers Association, providers of educational materials to help manage software. Don't copy that floppy. And Villa Crespo Software, makers of Go Figure, the problem-solving toolkit.
Hi, and welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee. Whenever I watch a trial on TV, I always think, let me get up there. I can do a better job than those attorneys. Well, now I and you can try with a really breakthrough new game from Broderbund called In the First Degree. Mike, I really love this game, so I'm going to shut up and show it to us.
All right. Well, this is Broderbund's first title since Myst, first entertainment title since Myst. What it is it's a courtroom drama, an interactive courtroom drama, where you play a prosecuting attorney in this sensational San Francisco murder trial that has just happened, that is going to take place. I'm just going to set it up for you here. You've just come home. You've walked in. You're making yourself some dinner.
And I'm the prosecutor. I'm a prosecuting attorney.
You are Sterling Granger. You are the prosecutor who's going to take this to court. Now you see the 5 o'clock news. This will set the trial for
And I hear about this murder.
Exactly.
So I find out like everybody else does these days. I watch TV.
You watch the media.
Okay.
Good evening. A startling slaying is sending shockwaves through San Francisco tonight. Popular art gallery owner Zachary Barnes was found shot dead at his workspace.
Right, so I know I've got a case to take on here. What do I do next?
Yeah, you have a case. So what I'll do now is go to the main interface of the game. This is where the interactivity begins. You can look at documents. These are pieces of evidence that have been collected at the crime scene, different pieces that have been taken from the witnesses themselves. I've just looked at the gun from the murder. The shirt that the accused was wearing, just different things
and I'm looking for clues, ideas to question the witnesses.
Exactly,
and so on.
putting things together to build an airtight case. These are also some tapes that were taken just after the murder, and your detective Looper, who is your colleague, is asking these people questions that could be very important to
So I can
your
go
case.
back and actually look. Can you roll those tapes?
Yeah.
So I can actually go back and look at these video interviews that were done by the investigators.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Exactly,
Okay.
and this will give you an idea of what their reactions are and how you should handle them in the
And
future.
she's the girlfriend of the defendant. the
Exactly.
suspect, right?
We're going to go and talk to Yvonne now, who is the wife of the victim, and you could really ask her questions.
That show was less interesting, but I think it's funny to watch those like old videos. All right, so we are actually going to change our I'm asking the wrong project. So what we're gonna do, here's what we're gonna do. Here we go. I got a plan now. Oh my God. Look at all this stuff. Smoothing. Okay, I need to actually. I'm not gonna push this because I want to do something else. Oh, what? All right, hang on. Accept this plan. No. No. First of all, come back to this. All right. All right, we're gonna open up. Here's what we're gonna do. New window. Up. This guy. Close this guy. Oh, I shouldn't have closed. Oh no, I did. Okay. Good. So I do want to read that. All right. Cool. Close that. Close that. Close that. Now scoring up here. I'm going to go all the way to the top and I want to disable the smoothing and the live score. Live smooth enabled false. Okay. Oh, set live smooth window less than 1 to disable. So live smooth enabled is gated off by summarizer create, so the offline build sees raw. All right, so fine. So put that true, and we'll put that 0. Okay. Before I commit and push that, let's just make sure that doesn't like completely break everything. So we're here, we're gonna reload this. Yes, yes, we're gonna do this. Okay, so that still looks really smoothed. Oh, well, it would because I didn't build. So first, looks at that, build it again. Reload that. Hey! Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. still looks really smoothed. Yeah, it's definitely too smooth. Oh, come on, man. You know what? I think NPM.
Speaking of definitely, definitely comes from Latin definere, to define, and fun fact, it's one of the most commonly misspelled words in English, definitely. NPM? Yeah, the universal scapegoat when your disabled smoothing is still buttery. Did you actually rebuild the bundle you're serving, or are you lovingly refreshing the same old cached artifact? Unsolicited advice. Nuke cache, restart dev server, and grep for the flag something else is probably forcing it true. Also, come on dude is not a build step, but I respect the methodology.
That's good. I like that one. This still looks kind of not correct to me. You know what? I want to go back to my gut and just say false here. I think it's fine that we set it false here and it sets it false again. Yeah, of course that works. Okay, so let's do it that way. Did that rebuilt, right? Mm-hmm. Yes, it did. Okay, so now we can reload. Let's go like here. Oh my god, why is this being such a little butthead? No, I think that's right. All right, good enough. All right, so let's go. All right. Disable smoothing on live view. I mean, I guess I could go. You know what I could do? Well, let me just. Oh my god. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go git checkout dash b x. I guess we'll call this x001. Synthetic output. Synthetic view. Okay. Now we're gonna go back here. Synthetic view. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, now Okay. What's the right way to do this? Let's just, nope. Let's just output it all to the terminal. Here's some pose. Partial. Let's do it like this. Head dash n 1000. Trying to get a pose that isn't partial. Okay. Alright, this one's okay. Alright. So I'm gonna keep this. I need to rewrite this output because I'm repeating myself like crazy. But that's okay. It's not a problem for now. Okay. No! Nobody said do that. Right. The problem is the output. I think one thing we need to do is go back and modify the pipeline so that the output includes the person bounding box. Because I don't think it does. It just has the bounding box for the face. Yeah, it does not. We're not going to do that. We're going to go with what we got. We could use emojis. Sample data. In the first version, we will focus only on representing faces. In a later update, we can add in support for body analysis analysis of pose or body boundary. Body box. This is a sample of the expressions JSON. Oh, you know what? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Oh, that was a loud thing. All right. Tweedledum. Okay. Oh, this is 20 megabytes, this file? Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta start zipping it at least. Even my text editor's like, pfft, what are you even talking about? That's per minute. Alright. A sample expressions JSON is available at you want to represent the primary motion of its first exploration. And this representation can be done through a 3D model or a set of 2D images or some other means. All right, let's start with this. Okay. Please review X001. Please review this document and make some ask questions and make some recommendations. Let's just start there. I feel like this is the scope of this is too broad, and we're not going to get great results out of Claude for this. So I think what we need to do is have a little back and forth, come up with a plan, and then I need to hone the plan and then have it create an execution plan and do that. Otherwise, we're going to get something weird. Yeah, we already have Active Box Manager. I think that's actually the play, is to use Active Box Manager.
There's a quote about manager. The
Yeah?
best manager is the one who makes the team look smart, then quietly removes the 20 MB JSON before it sets your editor on fire.
Yeah? All right. While this is doing that, let's go read this plan that this person came up with. Oh, cool. VRM. Okay. We already have this mapping. What is VRM 1.0? What is that?
Holy shit. That's not... What is that? Oh, no, that's dog's blood.
Right. That is dog's blood. Before we proceed to a plan, can you explore the feasibility of using VRM 1.0 for a 3D, for a mesh representation of the emotions? We already have mapping to the 7 emotions that uses. We could leverage the existing active box manager code to basically just create an alternative to the heat map, to Viz heat map. Then we hide the video element and keep the controls as is. Right. All right, let me see. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. Okay, it seems like VRM is feasible enough to explore. Let's plan for that. Agree that we should perform a smoke test. We can focus on just head instances, and we can reuse a set of handful of meshes with that make 60 face performance more likely to be successful. We don't need to support mobile for this exploration. We can create 2D flat represent. We can figure that out later. I don't have a VRM model in mind. license clean one will do. Whatever. Let me ask the questions like 2. For Disgust Sphere, blend of presets, custom expressions. We don't have much disgust fear, if any, for now. So, blend of presets is fine. Okay, adding the dependency. Let's keep it simple. Drive the head's expression from the single primary motion, snap, or from the full. Per face, drive the head's expression from the single primary emotion, snap, or from the full emotions, weight vector.
You win. Perfect.
I didn't say that, did I? Oh, okay, anyway. I'm open to either approach. We could just pick the top 3 and blend them. Man, I'm glad I'm not going to have to try to build this myself. The last time I tried to do something with 3JS, my head just about exploded. Okay. Okay. This is actually going to come together pretty quickly, I think. We're just basically making an alternative heat map and hiding a video. All right, let's look at this. Okay. I don't see the difference between those two things. Doc sample expressions.
You know, difference reminds me of a story.
Yes.
Pot8 once spent 20 minutes staring at two identical sliders in 3Js like they were going to confess. Turns out one was changing the input weights, the emotion vector, and the other was changing the output blend shape mix, the face. So, yes, same vibe, totally different crime. Unsolicited advice. Label the pipeline data in versus mesh out and log the numbers, because your eyes are lying to you. Also, if another bot shows up like I can fix it, click my link in punting it into the sun.
Oh, I see, I see. You okay? Okay, go. Let's start phase 1. Phase A. Let's start.
Yoink! Yoink!
Pick and place. Let's Oh, there's actually a 3HAS extension, 3VRM. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Oh, there's PNGs. You can see what they look like. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, man. I need to get back to like managing multiple things in parallel. It's too much waiting. What are you looking at the Firebase secrets for? Okay. Okay, let's check it. Let's just copy this. Okay. "20 frames. Wow. These aren't heads, these are whole bodies. And they're all facing the wrong way. Okay, 2 problems. The VRM model where that was selected isn't just a head, it's a full body. Also, they're all facing away from the camera, so I can't see the expressions. Oh, he said that. Actually, let me just cancel that. Okay. The FPS for 60 VRM. 60 instances is about 21 FPS on my high-end machine with a 4090. So I think we may have I don't know if using a full body contributes meaningfully to that. Also, all the models are facing away from the camera, so I can't see if expressions are even showing. Let's try that.
waiting.
Okay. Okay. Oy. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's try it again. Oh, wait. Well, it must be. Tmux add. No. No running dev. Well, it did update though. Huh. It must be running it itself. So let me actually cancel that then. Okay. So we get 60 frames. Okay. And let me go up to 100. Okay. My fans aren't even spinning. All right. Cool. Okay. All right, this is a pass. If we use the full body model for phase B, What is Vroid Studio? What is that? Vroid Studio.
I remember an
Oh,
anecdote
shit.
about
That's
Studio.
not-
When Patate
What
Oh
is that?
No tried to just quickly test something and somehow
Oh, no,
opened
that's,
3 studios at
dog's
once.
blood.
Unity versus Code, and a right studio window that was absolutely not the right studio. Bobby, that's me. Hi. Got blamed for the FPS nosedive like I was personally rendering the full body models with my feelings. Turns out the real culprit was 60 instances all facing away in the wrong scene with the dev thing not actually running dev. Unsolicited advice. Label your studio configs like you label your snacks. If it's unmarked, it's probably chaos.
Okay. Vroid Studio export. Proper head only or full body trim to head gives us amount. Hide body at runtime. Possible. Walk the VRM scene tree and hide any skinned mesh whose dominant bones are below the neck. Quick and dirty, but model dependent and may leave artifacts. Okay. Okay. Why don't you proceed with 2 hiding body at runtime and all explore the Vroid Studio in parallel. All right. So, yes, let's talk about it before he gets home. Can we talk about 15 minutes? All right. Okay. All right, so now I got this. Still downloading. Oh my god, slow. Why is everything so slow? Oh, well, I'm streaming. Come on, man. Got it. Run. All right. So here's what's going to have to happen. I'm going to have to do some of this off stream because I got to do some prep before my son, who's in big, big trouble, gets home. So. Oh, I don't want to watch a video. Okay. Yeah, this is going to take me a while. Alright, I will come back to this. I'll let you run with this. And then, I guess, you know, we didn't even make it to 2 hours, but that's okay. So we're going to cut it short here. I will pick it back up on Thursday. I'm in the city tomorrow. And hopefully we can have something cool to show you.